I think it's good to do that because there's a lot of crazy drivers around, especially downtown.
Speed limits reduced from 50 kilometers per hour to 30 kilometers per hour in cities across the province. That's what a nonprofit organization that advocates for pedestrian safety is calling for. Piéton Quebec says that Bill 48, an act mainly amending the Highway Safety Code, does not go far enough to ensuring the safety of pedestrians. And as public hearings and consultations are being held in Quebec City this week about amending the bill, the group has put forward 22 recommendations to ensure pedestrian safety.
I think, it's probably more dangerous than it needs to be.
30 kilometers in school zones is a must. Most people think that's what it is already, but it's not. Ironically, there's many exceptions.
Corinne Payne, Executive Director of the Federation of Parents Committees of Quebec, will be putting forward their own recommendations for Bill 48 in front of the Parliamentary Commission on Wednesday.
15 recommendations, several of them directly related to the bill. The streets that are directly touching the school are well protected, or as well, I'll even say, quotes. But often children are passing by other ways to get to the school. There's parks in the school, so they'll pass by, the street that's adjacent via the park. Those are zones that it needs to be enlarged, not just the street that's in front of the school that needs to be considered, but all the paths that the children take. And that's a recommendation that I'm going to make tomorrow.
Last year, Quebec's Transport Minister Geneviève Guilbeault announced an action plan to ensure road safety. This came after Quebec saw a rise in the number of people who were killed on the road in 2022. Montreal police say that last year there were 16 pedestrian deaths, 42 pedestrians were seriously injured, and over 800 pedestrians were slightly injured by another vehicle.
The vehicle speed should be decreased. Otherwise, there will have a lot of chance for accident.
According to Piéton Quebec, pedestrians have a 90% chance of surviving being struck by a car going 30 kilometers per hour, compared to a 25% survival rate if hit by a car going 50 kilometers per hour. City News reached out to the Transportation Minister's office for comments, but did not hear back in time for broadcast.
Ask the children because they know the safety zones and the most dangerous zones around their school because they're the ones that are walking them every day.
In Montreal, Swidda Rassy, City News.